Losing 50 pounds and training to run a marathon is not easy. Globally, it's estimated that only 1% of the population has actually completed a marathon. I know it's going to be hard. I know there's going to be a lot of disappointment. And I know that I can do it. It's just a matter of listening to what my body tells me to figure out what I need to change up, and when I need to change it up, when to be able to run faster, when to slow down. There's so many different aspects of training for a marathon. I know because I've run a number of them and even an ultra marathon. That's a long distance and there's a lot to it that I just need to put into practice once again. So I'm hitting the trails, I'm hitting the roads, I'm just doing what I can. But something happened and I need to talk about it, because if you don't listen to what your body tells you, you're in for a lot of trouble. Building up my aerobic pace by running slow, I've been seeing some different things I haven't really seen before. Now, I'll have to explain it to you. Now, I have a theory of what's going on. Only being able to run about 3 times a week. It's so windy, my gimbal is literally all over the place right now. But, so I've only been able to run 3 times a week for quite a few weeks right now. That's just due to work, life, all kinds of stuff, right? So I committed to doing this. And I'm running 10 kilometers, like 6 miles every time I'm out. And I think there's one day I go bike riding, but that's been on the back burner for a couple of weeks now. However, I went out for a run on Sunday and it started off like any other run, just slowly warming up. And then I'm in the big thick of it and I'm pulling in the miles. It's feeling good. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. It was like I went off a cliff and it was like, boom, no more. And my heart rate started to go up a bit, but my pace looked like it fell off, fell off a cliff. You know what I mean? Now, I think I can contribute to that, to a few things, but I want your opinion. For those of you who've been following my journey on STRAVA, it would be awesome for you to chime in. What happened here? So my thoughts, my feelings as I continuously run up this low grade hill that never ends, and my heart rate climbs, and I'm running way too fast. I think what happened is I hit a point where dehydration started to kick in, which caused my heart rate to rise, to be able to pump all that oxygen into my blood. But the problem is I was so dehydrated, my blood was so thick, my heart rate started to rise because I had to pump harder to get the volume of blood through my veins. That's one. The other thing is I hate running, and then I gotta stop. God, it's frustrating. But you guys can't see it because I'm going this way. But there is a slight incline. It's nothing crazy. But when I'm running, I'm talking, I got wind, I got gravel, it's the same old thing, right? Embarking on my training for running a marathon in, I think, probably October is something that kind of scares me. But it scares me in a good way. I'm alive. I get to choose what I do. This is me having fun. And I love running. I don't think I've been this happy in a very long time. And the more I run, the more it reminds me of this is what I'm supposed to do. The next thing that I thought could possibly be was, look, I was fasting. Now, this was a longer fast. And I find that the longer my fast goes, it's harder for me to kind of break down fat as a fuel, because I haven't really been following my fasting protocol for a while. So yeah, that could be it. Dehydration could be it. The other thing is I think with, running uphill, that plays a significant part, because my heart rate just rises so fast when I'm going up a hill. It's very frustrating. And it's something that I just gotta get used to. I really don't like stopping when I run. So when that happens, I just la la la, I don't want to hear it. But I know that that's what the problem is. So yeah, I just gotta take the ego out of the equation and do what I preach, because I know it works. Just being honest with you, man. Look, we're all human beings. And just because I say all the things I say doesn't mean it's not hard for me not to follow it. Oh, it is what it is. I haven't seen this table in quite a few months. I haven't had any need for it. I haven't been putting in the miles. But today, I'm here for a reason, because I felt something and I needed to get it figured out quick, because I didn't want it to escalate into something else. I've been working at changing my eating habits. And when I left the house this morning, my wife bought me this hummus, and I don't know if I'm a total fan on it, but apparently it's pickle flavor. Anyways, don't want to waste it, so I'm eating it. But I've got broccoli and I've got cauliflower instead of chips. I'm trying to break the habit. I'm trying to kind of reset where I am, so that way my training can continue. Because if you saw one of my shorts, I mentioned that I wanted to run a marathon. And I haven't run a marathon in a long time. I know there's a lot of work to do. I know I'm in no shape to be able to get there yet, but I'm going to work at it. And so over the next 4 months, let's say, that's the process. Because there is one that I want to run. It's not the Toronto one. I want something small. Not a lot of people. There is a Boston qualifier, but there's no way I'm going to qualify for Boston. This is going to be one just to kind of finish, to then build upon, right? Take it to the next level. Maybe there's going to be a couple of 10Ks that I can maybe race, maybe a half marathon somewhere. I really don't know. All I know is it starts with what I put in my mouth. And broccoli is a good thing to be eating, I'll tell you that. So between that and just drinking a little bit of soda water, it's like, carbonated water. So anyways, that's the plan. So I just went to my chiropractor office and I got my workup done, or she looked after me. So to go for a 15-minute appointment, it's 70 Canadian dollars. But my insurance covers 43 of it. So basically it's like 26 bucks to go. So that was good. I'm happy. She did wonders, like always. But this was the first time in 5 years, or was it 4 years, that I've been in where I had a glute issue. And I realized that I had a glute issue on Sunday when I did this run that I've been talking about. And so I also realized that kind of halfway through that epic run that I did, I felt something in my butt. And it's a pain in the ass, I'll tell you, but I felt it. And then today when I went out for my run, I then felt it in my calf. And because of my glute issue, it my calf tends to have that problem where it just, my calf, the side of it just hurt like crazy. And I wasn't doing anything really insane. Yes, I did do like 1 kilometer faster on my Sunday run, but I think that's kind of what's going on. And so, using zone 2 training or the Maffetone method, it's really allowed me to kind of really tune in to my body, to understand what goes on. And when these things happen, I know when to take action and start healing myself. And so that's one of the things I felt. So on Sunday, the first part was perfect, I was really happy with, but then the second half started to just fall apart. And I think that's again why I felt the way I felt this morning when I was out on my run, because I did another one of these. I don't know if it was a little bit faster, but I was filming a video and I felt it. So your body gives you clues, and if you don't pay attention to it, you maybe end up in the injury box for quite a bit of time. It takes discipline. It takes courage. It takes dedication. It takes a lot to run a marathon. And I'm flippin' happy so much of the time when I'm out running. Yes, it can be hard, but man, the feeling of training for a marathon is something that I don't think you can actually put into words. It's more of a feeling. And the feeling that I get just lights up my day. So if I need to put it into words, I would say get out and run. See you on the next one.
Running through emotions.